Alright guys, now we're here with a little mystery game. 5 gang members in a room versus 1 fake. So there's 6 people in here. They're gonna all tell us their stories. We have to figure out who is the actual gang member. No, who's the fake, because there's gonna be 5 gang members. So I think it'll be easier for us to just find out who's not the gang member, who's fake. This one's from the YouTube channel Odd One Out. So I actually haven't done one of these before on my channel, but it's something I do be doing. When I be watching these, when I be seeing these, I'm recommended and I'm editing or some shit, I'll click it on. I'll sit back, watch and relax, and depending on the topic, try to do my best to guess. And I love to be right. I'm a competitive man. But a lot of these be having crazy outcomes in the end. So let's do this one together and see if we can guess who the fake is.
I'm in a gang.
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 I am in a gang.
She's definitely in the gang or she got badass eyebrows. That's what's screwing me up. It's the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows for him. He look like a youth pastor. Like he would tell you back in the day, like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be doing that shit. You know, I used to be out there gang banging all day. I went to prison for 45 years. Now I'm outside and I'm a youth pastor. This nigga look like a San Andreas extra character. He definitely like a Need for Speed gangbanger. I don't know. This nigga's eyes are crooked to me. I don't want to start roasting because I don't know that maybe maybe his gang name is Crooked Eye. I don't know. But all I'm saying is it's going to be pretty hard for you to shoot your target if one eye's looking to the left, one's looking to the right, and the nigga's right in front of you. So he's maybe the question mark right now. He's maybe the question mark. Him, I'm going to say he look like an ex-Puerto Rican gang member. Also, he got the beads. And if you're from New York City, you know niggas walk around with the beads. If you the fake and you went and got those beads, that's crazy. That's crazy. You really dressed the part. You a CIA agent.
Sean, where you grew up at?
Queens.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
You get the money.
Where you from? Queens.
Like, any neighborhood?
East Elmhurst, 97th Street.
Okay, how about you, my man?
East Dino.
Where at?
Guthries.
Okay.
Watching. San Gabriel Valley.
I grew up
He
in.
said Wachi. Nah, he ain't just say Wachi. He said Wachi because he's definitely a gang. He just dropped his, he just showed his flag. He just threw some
Triad shit up. Hold on.
I grew up in West LA. From Playboy's gang.
Okay, where you from?
Compton.
Okay, Cindy remind me of Crip Max.
Elm Street Power Room.
Okay. Well, that's when I asked you where you from. You told me Queens. I'm asking where you from. We're here to find out who's from the hood. Where you from? Huh?
Again, East 16th, Newkirk.
Okay.
I'm gonna call my people real quick.
How's the jail system over there where you at? You ever been in jail?
I was in the feds and in the state, so the federal game is totally different. So I was in MDC Brooklyn.
I don't know. I don't like how this nigga's running it, but he's running it on some. If you guys ever watch 60 Days In,
all the cops, all the niggas in the 60 Days In are always the ones talking, asking all the questions, trying to be like, yeah, who's the fed in here? Who's the oppa? Who's the copper? So that's a little strike for you, youth pastor.
All right. And MCC Manhattan, which is for a federal pretrial. I did 3 years in the juvenile and 3 years in the feds.
All right. You what, man?
Nah, not locked up.
No time at all? How about you?
I've been a YA, Nellis YA. I was at SRCC
YA is California Youth Authority, now known as California Division of Juvenile Justice.
first. Got out after that, 67 days. Did, 8 years and some change. They gave me 10, 85%. As an adult.
So it's like you went to YA too, huh?
Well, me, no, I missed YA. I went from camp to after that to prison, San Quentin.
What level were you in?
2.
So how do they jump you guys in your hood over there where you're from? How do they court you in the neighborhood?
Hold on, why don't he gotta answer the questions too? That's another strike. Like, hold on, why you asking everything, man? Why you asking everything? I don't like that. Like, why is he asking everything? He might be the fake. Someone's telling me big boy in the neighborhood over here though might be the fake. But the dude asking all the questions kind of on some Uncle Jose shit. Like, why you asking all this, bro? And you haven't answered not one of them. Where you come from? Where you come from?
Didn't get involved fully into gang stuff until I went into MDC Brooklyn. I got jumped in.
I know you guys might be like, yo, this nigga sound mad politically correct. He sounds good, soft-spoken gangster. I don't know, something about this little Puerto Rican nigga. Something's telling me he might be the member. Like, he looked like a member.
You what, man?
I jumped in.
You jumped in? How many guys?
About 5.
What they call them, remember? No. The guys who jumped you in.
All right, my homies.
But what the homies' names? I remember the homies jumped me in. The homie Chapo, the homie Sinbad, the homie Trouble.
All right.
If somebody beats you up, you kind of remember who beats you up.
The homie Dave, the homie Big Mike, and then other nigga I didn't really know.
Okay.
How old are you? 36.
And you say you never been to jail?
Nah, man. I'm be honest with you, man. I wasn't even into life like that, man. I was in to get money.
Me too. I'm all about money, but I still end up getting caught. So who jumped in the Playboys?
Hey, you took me way back. Me was Sad Eyes, Lazy, Lucky, Grumpy, Baby Tear, and Munchies.
So they out here naming the 7 dwarfs. That's another one. Another strike on you. It's another strike on you. She said, you bringing me back. Like you have to think of a fake name and shit real quick. She looked up and just thought about the 7 dwarfs. Grumpy, Sleepy, Dumpty, Humpty. I was like, nah, hold on. She's naming children books. That's another strike for you, Cindy. That's another strike for you. Cindy. Big Boy's already on 2 strikes, but everybody, Cindy's on 1, Youth Pastor's on 1. So far, everybody else is rocking.
Well, so far, if I was to think, I'm thinking these 2 guys somewhere. I don't know why.
I lived a major part in Providence, Rhode Island. So over there, a lot of the Asian gang members all look like nigga right there. All look like homie over there with the Buddhist chain and shit. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm prejudging. Because I grew up around the Cambodian community and I'm friends with them and everything, and I was around that lifestyle, a lot of them. So maybe I'm just prejudging, but he kind of look official white tissue to me.
Figure out which one it is.
Wearing the getup.
Hey, we ain't asking no questions.
Yeah.
Say that shit with your chest. That's what I was like, yo, hold on. Who's making you run this shit? who made you top gang member? Like, hold on, you want some 60-day in shit? That's what I would have said. That would have been my shit. Like, oh no, that's some real. That's a good one right there. 60-day in shit. He watches the show. He probably know. He would have been there shaking in his space boots. Like, hold on, youth pastor.
Side player?
I don't know that. You could get some research about.
Why you start that?
Okay, you know what? I started banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606. I'm from the Hollywood Boys. They called me stranger. I ended up going to YA in 91. I got committed for busting on some cops. My YA number 63298. I did about 6 years. I lived through the whole 90s gang banging, and now I'm here just, share my story and kind of change the way I changed my life. That's what it's for. And it's very cool.
I told you guys, I do believe him. The only reason I believe him is because his face tells me that. Like, I used to be gang banging in the 90s, and today I'm a youth pastor, and I'm trying to change others' lives and where these kids are going. That's the vibe I get from him.
And try to guess who was that person, so that's what I'm here for.
His demeanor seemed like a cop to me. Like, he had put on that sheriff shirt and like, yo, get against the car.
How long did you get jumped in for?
It wasn't so much the time, because someone said
That's not a bad one, though. Like, I told you
mine
guys,
wasn't
he
one
tried
of
to run
those.
this
I
shit.
had to get jumped in. I'm my family from my neighborhood, so
Oh, so you just locked in, huh?
Oh, you didn't get jumped in?
I didn't have to.
We gotta jump in, man. We gotta jump in.
You got born in?
Let me ask you guys one thing real quick, because touch on what you were saying. A lot of people always say, especially when you're young, you knew what you signed up for when you signed up for the gang. Did you know what you were signing up for?
Absolutely not.
No, I was told.
Yeah, I was told too.
Laid out like this.
You were told, but sometimes you don't understand when you're young. Like,
Big boy in the neighborhood look mad nervous too. Y'all see that hand right here, how he's rubbing on his thighs? Again, maybe I was gonna try to say maybe it's due to some weight shit, but shorty over here is pretty big, and she's vibing and chilling, talking about back in the days, like she's just missing them days. You get me? He's looking like, oh shit, they starting to get on.
being told but understanding
Look,
is a
look,
different
look,
thing.
look, look, look,
For me, like, I was definitely told. Well, mine didn't do that.
Exactly.
They like, oh, you want to be from the set? Oh, here you go, this right here. Go. They did what to your brother? Go do that. They didn't tell me about me growing up in life. I'm gonna get shot back in return. I've been shot 9 times, different occasions, ran over twice. One was accident, and one wasn't.
Nigga said it.
I got ran over twice. One was an accident and one wasn't. I want to know about the accident. That's what I want to know about. I don't even want to know about the one that wasn't. I want to know about the accident. How you get ran over accidentally? Like, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm Cole, and I directed this episode.
I thought he was the other
If
game.
you like this
Nah,
episode
bruh.
and you want to see more like this, subscribe to our channel.
Shout out. Subscribe.
All right, cool. So we all feeling the same way. We all feeling the same way. Big boy in the neighborhood. But what I like to tell you guys a lot about these shows, the odd one out and all these different things, is usually the one that everybody guesses is usually not the fake. You get me? Like, they put somebody in there that they be like, nah, he's gonna be good because he don't look like a member. He don't look like whatever the subject is that it is, and they put that dude in there to mess you up. So maybe now that everybody's thinking is him so early in the thing.
Maybe it's
You grew up in the streets. You'd have been in jail from a juvenile to an adult. So when he said no, you never been in jail. Oh no.
He just looked uncomfortable.
We're Southsiders, so we're 13 seconds. And when he said that he didn't have the 13 seconds, it just sounded a little off.
I don't know about Southside tattoos.
I never been to jail. I have been arrested a bunch of times, but I've never been charged with anything.
You have any tattoos?
All right, cool. So I'm sure it's not him because the game would have ended if they would have got it right. All right, cool. So now, who do you think? I told you the fact that they all guessed him and shit and it was going so quickly. Now, what's crazy is I have a really good friend. Shout out to my boy Pete if he's ever watching this video. This nigga's tatted up like this everywhere, got tats everywhere. Real educated kid, went to good schools, has a good job still today, has a real good job, educated man, leader of his household. So don't let the looks fool you. Maybe he could be falling down that same tree.
Of course I
But
did.
the
I
fact
just
she said that he don't
can't
got the
show you.
gang tattoos is a good thing to point out as well.
You scared of the feds?
Yeah, man, you better be scared of the feds, homie, because they're gonna get you. I wanna know what that tattoo is right there on your hand.
Which one?
That one right there. You know which one I'm talking about.
The Picasso. It's a crown.
Does it mean anything?
It's a crown.
Yeah, there you go.
So you
You already know what that means right there.
You already know what that means right there. I'm gonna start screaming black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. He should have sung that shit back. Everything I do it big. That's some black and yellow shit right there. And if you don't know Hispanics with black and yellow, I suggest you cross the street.
did Fed time? Yes. What gang were you from again? TF. TF. Okay. He had full-blown like hanyas and like Japanese art. I've never seen no Hispanics with dragons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I just kind of.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that shit. I didn't even think about that. See, I just see scribbles and scrabbles all over his arm, so I kind of thought that was just tattoos and shit, like gang tattoos. Nah, that was Asian art. I didn't notice that.
Until you pointed that out.
Threw me
That is
off
a
a
good
little.
thing.
How many different sets of papers is there?
What do you mean by sets? Clicks or?
Yeah, clicks. And what clique are you from? The actual, you guys actually have so like a clique? Because clique to me is you could be from the hood, but you could be from the locals, the winos, I know a little bit about gangs, so just a little bit. That might be a cop, who knows? Oh man, that might be the police, homeboy. You never know.
Yo, that's the thing about him is that he could be educated and just watch Trap Lord Ross all day, so we don't know.
Like, what clique were you from? Because you didn't.
He didn't let me finish.
Oh yeah, you didn't answer that.
No, he didn't let me finish. Crystal Bunnies.
Crystal Bunnies?
Yeah.
You heard of that?
I never.
Ew.
First tattoo I got was in, when did I get my first tattoo, man?
See, that's why
First
he's
tattoo
Too, because he got the long shirt, so we really can't see his tats and how his body gang tattoos are and shit. And maybe homie right here just happens to have a set of braids in his head. It just happens to look like Old Dog.
Maybe he's not.
on my stomach was my
With
homie
that
there,
red
my
chuck.
homie Chuka.
The red chuck hanging on his, so the crown on his hand tells me official member with the black and yellow beads. Also, homie over here said he was banging like Whack 100 Big Paru, and he has the red chuck hanging from a who would invest to get a red Chuck Taylor pendant on your necklace? Like, nah, that kind of right there tells me them two is real. I think the fake, now I'm narrowing it down to Youth Pastor, my boy back there, Youth Pastor, Tokyo Drift.
And Crip Mac's wife.
Did it, busted out the old piano thing on the gun, and doesn't look hot whatsoever. I was about 14, 15 years old.
So, Gil, what organization you with?
Organization as far as what? Like
Gang.
Oh, I never heard that way. I heard where
Yeah,
you from.
yeah,
Where you from?
right,
That's it.
organization.
Yeah, very simple. I mean, I grew up on Tierra Street. I'm from Tierra Street locals. You'll still find me on the block drinking a beer with the homies every once in a while, but in a positive way where I'm actually trying to school them and tell them, listen, brother, there ain't no future in this. Like, I want the little homies
You
to look at me
passed- I
and
think
say,
he's really
"I want
in
a
it."
stranger. He owns his own home. He's married, taking care of his kids, working and showing the kids how to, there's a better way.
What do you do for, what do you
What is tattoo?
Dealer Synergy.
work right now?
Structural concrete.
I'm a journeyman plumber, union.
Okay, that's what's up.
I try to tell everybody to join, like, because I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I do illegal activities.
I can't do
No,
that.
I'm just kidding. I'm a CNA, a caregiver.
So I go to prisons and speak. I do, like, Christian content creation, too. I mentioned I own a bunch of companies. My main business is Dealer Synergy.
Our client.
I was looking at his Dealer Synergy. I thought that was a gang tattoo. Only thing that tells me he's real, again, is the crown on his hand, the black and yellow beads. Also, the little designer shoes. He owes companies. Where'd you get that money to invest? Good flip. I'm telling you, he might be official white tissue. I think it's going to be between Big Cindy.
Oh, the Asian dude. Those are the two that are in my head.
And so are big car dealerships all over the United States. So I do like sales training, consulting, business development. I've helped these companies make over $1.5 billion in additional revenue. I'm also a professional speaker in the National Speakers Association, and I wrote a book about Google. So I'd say it's hard to classify. I mean, more than anything else, I'm an entrepreneur. I invest in businesses. How long have you been speaking at prisons and stuff? I've been doing it since 2016.
How did you get clearance for that? Weren't you busted before?
No, but once you're off and you get your stuff right, you can do that. Cause I know another person to do it. Been in prison, but now he go to the prison and
pretty
speak.
dope.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
If he really does it.
I got a question
If
for
he really
you.
does it.
You live out in LA or?
No, I flew in for the show. I live in South Jersey, in Medford, New Jersey.
Oh, because I don't hear an accent or.
I'm 46. I worked my ass off to get rid of my accident.
Yeah, well, good job.
Thank you.
Who gets rid of their accent? Why you get rid of your accent, Holmes?
Are you kidding me? It's already bad enough. You know what I mean? People judging you and shit like
Yeah.
that. So you got to turn around and.
He's basically saying that he speaks educated. Why you speak so educated? I don't think just because you speak educated, you're not from the hood or you're not banging or none of that. You can have a small gangbanger, that I think. And again, just because you speak well and your vocabulary is big, you're in prison, bro. You did nothing but read books. I believe that's one thing you should do is improve your vocabulary. So when you come outside, you can learn other words than the words that got you in there in the first place.
You got to look the part, feel the part if you're trying to turn around and. How do you say water, bro? Water. Water.
I had a question about where you were talking about tattoos. Your first tattoo was made with a homemade gun?
Yeah, the homemade gun.
With what did?
It was a guitar string.
Oh, I thought you used to play piano. I was like.
No. We can't afford a piano.
Like piano?
Nah, Charlie Holmes. Busted out the old piano thing.
If she's the fraud now you kind of messed up my mind because now you got me thinking the youth pastor is a capper. That's crazy. He did say the piano string because when he said it, I'm like, wait, I think you did say something about a piano, living on the busting down a piano.
Guitar. Maybe I said piano, but I'm sticking to guitar right now.
I'm still curious why I won't show the tattoos.
Why you won't show
The
the
tattoo, that's another thing. Like maybe you don't have any. Maybe you won't have any. That's why he won't show the tattoo. Just because you know about gangs don't mean you're in them. Again, just because you know, he could be watching Trap Lord Ross every day, or he could be in one of the school gang police or some shit.
He just didn't seem thugged out. He seemed a little polished. No disrespect. I'm not saying he was soft or like that, but he just did not scream like thugga. I'm a little bit miffed that I got voted off, but it's all good. My story's just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So it might have sounded like it was a plant, and I knew that coming in. It was either a double-edged sword.
That's how the feds used to do to me too.
I'm putting that wire on
Yeah,
you.
that's how you do it, Playboy. No pun intended.
They be joking a little too much, huh?
Why you bush?
Man, keep it 100, man.
Raise your hand if you want to keep playing because you think the mold is still in there.
All right, so the mold might have been out. So we might have been right from the beginning. See, I didn't know. I forgot the rules. Okay. Yeah, then they turn on the light and the light's either red or green. I did forget. Okay, so maybe the mold's already out. I think the mold's out from the beginning. I'm not gonna hold you.
That little doubt, man.
That's funny. Damn, you guys do think it's me, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I don't think
either.
so.
I think he is.
He's the one? That's bad ball, man. You can't have a name like bad ball.
Elm Street Pyro? Who's some of your homies? Did anybody do time in Ironwood? I don't know. They were homies all in prison, so I can't tell you who in that one.
You only spent time in prison once, or?
Twice. How many years? Two. At what percent does it give you? What you mean at what percent? It was halftime. Okay.
That looks
What
like
did you get
Captain.
busted for?
You know, be on probation, get caught with a gun, violation.
And you're in a level 2?
Yeah.
For a firearm?
Yo, Cindy's kind of the DT. Cindy's kind of the DT. If she's the fraud of the mole and all this, I'm gonna be hot. Cause shorty, you got me turning on everybody. You got me turning on everybody. The red Chuck, I'm gonna still keep saying that now he's an official member. If you really a fake gang member with a red Chuck Taylor on your neck, that is crazy.
That is insane.
That ain't, my points went high.
And you from
Finish
LA?
the sentence for me, right? The higher the socks.
The downer the fool.
Okay. The only one right here, I'll be straight honest, would be her right now. These two guys, I'm sure from the hood. You could be lying. Me, I know you think I'm not from the hood, but I am from the hood, so kind of this thing really makes it interesting.
That's the only reason why I kept playing.
Right.
That's exactly what Gil said, because I'm not willing to take the chance, homie. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect.
She's the mom. She's just staying quiet over there. She's just staying
I'm just
quiet.
soaking it in.
Nobody never been shot. I'm the only person been shot.
I've been
How many
shot.
times
you get shot?
9.
On different occasions.
5.
Man.
First time I got shot was 5 times. 2 times right here in the shoulder, 1 inside the face, and 1 on this side of my buttocks, and it came out over here. When I got shot with an AK was another time, 2 times this side and this side. Then I got shot by some of your people.
Oh, yeah?
Some Asians. And they weren't trying to shoot me though. They were shooting at some other Asians. So my homeboys was security guards at the club in Westminster. We black, we being nosy, peeking out there. Man, one of them must have put out a gun, got to shooting. The bullet came through the door, hit me right in this leg. I fell to the ground. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm hit. My homeboy started laughing. Like, we called my mama like, oh, your son got shot. First thing she say is, my car okay? Because I've been shot again. But it was funny though.
It's kind of amazing how we can talk about some guy getting shot 9 times and be like, nonchalant. But hopefully the future generations don't have those kind of conversations as much anymore.
Man, I try to talk to him and tell him. Yeah, I tell my little homies all the time, man. Like, you guys don't want to live this way. But they think it's cool though. Like,
I tell them you can.
If one of these niggas is the mole, I kind of think it's Johnny now. I kind of think it's Johnny now. Past the tattoos and shit, I don't know.
Live like a dope dealer. You don't gotta be a dope dealer. You could be.
we the best. Plumber's the best.
Well, you can live like a, you know. I'm really looking at his tattoos and thinking, does he have fake tattoos? Yeah, they put some movie star type tattoos on him. I voted for him that time around. Sorry, Madball.
No, I just didn't trust him. And that's no disrespect.
There was a tie. Gil and Madball. 1 minute to just pitch why you think you're not the mole.
I actually have a YouTube platform called American Cholo. Why? Because I live the Cholo life to the fullest.
Oh, this is American Cholo. Yo, hold on. I'm tripping.
After that conversation, and then he eventually came out, took it down, and that was a beautiful thing for both communities because it shows that we can speak to one another and get things done without killing one another, and that lets.
This is the nigga that was beefing with no jumper. On my mama, I swear to God, I did not recognize this nigga, bro, until he said American Cholo. I did not remember that shit until. Is American Cholo a gang member though? Because I think he said on that shit he wasn't, and he pulled up with the homies. I remember when they were beefing with Flacco and shit. Yo, that's crazy. They had this boy on this shit before too. That's funny because I watched that one and I'm like, damn, I should have reacted to that one, the one with Milk.
But I ended up watching that on my recommend.
20 years I've been living an American life to the fullest. That way I push American Cholo. That's the way I speak.
Nah, that is crazy.
Maybe
I've
not
been
sound
watching your channel. I've been like a
Cholo,
groupie,
but
like,
if you guys don't think I'm the Cholo, that's actually a good thing because I'm breaking the stereotype.
Well, me, y'all probably hear my voice. Do I sound like a square person? You know, you look at me, the average. I might scare you on the streets if you don't know me, like, here, but I don't know. I'm just like, nah, I can never be a mo. I don't believe in snitches.
Can you guys actually escort Madball and Gil to the green room?
I'm gonna run there real quick.
Catch a blind, bro. Catch a blind. So why I think it's Madball? I said, how much percent? And then he goes, what you mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and he goes, halftime. Like
Yeah,
he
you're
said
level
San Quentin. San Quentin level 2. Look,
Oh, good.
I was locked up when I caught my gun charge too, and I never went to level 2. I always went to level 3. What you
No, I
think?
agree. I agree.
For sure. Just bring him in.
Look at that, Madball.
I'm about to cry.
They took your crate away.
I'm like, oh, I know they're gonna get Gil for sure. He's out of here. I wasn't expecting me.
Please raise your hand on 3, meaning you want to continue playing. 1, 2, 3. If the box turns red, that means real gang members have lost and that the mole is still in the box. And they're going to cash prize for themselves.
Unless Cholo's
If
a
the
gang
box
member. I don't know if he
turns
was. I
green,
think he
that
brought
means
the-
you three
hold
I
on.
just said this before. I think Cholo brought the gang members with him when they were pressing no jumper and shit. I don't remember if he's a gangster, but since he be with them, I'm gonna say that in this circumstance, he probably would be a yes, but we'll see. I think it was the first big dude from the beginning, Crooked Eye, and I'm not talking about the rapper.
Put the cash prize and you correctly guess who the mole is. You ready? On the count of 3, the mole can stand up, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Told y'all.
Never been to jail?
Get up out of here.
Shit, I went to jail. A lot of my homeboys did it.
I was around it, so
This nigga like he was playing video games and eating whole holes, bro. You not running from no 12. You didn't even know who you got jumped with. You started saying Mad Dog and a whole bunch of others. I'm like, ain't Mad Dog sitting right there? Other thing is, homie got a red Chuck encrusted diamond. Imagine invested in a red Chuck encrusted diamond and you a fake gang member, bro. I was praying to God it wasn't him.
If I really wanted to, I could have, but the reason why I didn't gangbang is because my family made
That
sure
shit was too
I
much
didn't
cardio,
gangbang.
nigga.
I
You
stayed
walk
away
up
from
and down
it
the
pretty
street,
much.
brother.
You made the right
chose
choice,
the right
man.
life.
You
You
made
made
the
a
right
good life.
choice.
I'm proud
I
of
happy you did what you did. But I knew from the jump.
This nigga was too busy eating.
I was a little
brother.
nervous about this because I had to sit there and lie. The actual game.
And I knew it because he was mad nervous. He's just there scratching hands. He's rubbing his face like, I'm from the set. Who's your ops? So make sure he didn't say other people's ops. People's repping they thing. They repping and saying what they are. I knew.
When I see a person, these young kids running around like going crazy, I don't really judge them because I was one of those
I
kids.
think like every gang member.
And if I had somebody like me, I feel like back
reason
then,
I
I don't think I would have
I'm a
lived
free
even
judge,
half
bro.
as miserable as I did.
Someone like me, an ex-gang member, ex-convict.
Ain't nobody having a black and yellow beads,
has a
having the
shot
king
at that
tattoo
American
on
dream.
his
As
hand.
long as there's breath in
That
our
right
lungs,
there
we have
should
an
just take you
opportunity
out of
to
it. Just
change.
because he's
There's always a
educated,
second
come on,
chance,
stupid.
and I'm just hoping to give a young person that hope that he can change his life, and hopefully will.
Shout out to American Cholo. Shout out to Odd One Out. Shout out to, what is it, Jumbly?
We gonna subscribe. We just subscribed to your channel. This always pops up on my recommended, and for some reason I just never subscribed, but we subscribed today. Let me know down below if you agree with me from the beginning. You thought it was the heavy boy, or who did you think it was? Was you tricked, or did you guess it correctly? Let me know down below. And like I love to say, until the next, we out of here. We going on live today for the draft. We going on live today for the draft. We going on live today for the NFL draft. Maybe by the time I upload this, it's already past the draft, but today I will be live for the NFL draft.